Karate is known for its repertoire of kicking techniques. Dynamic and powerful, they are, however, difficult to perform effectively. For the unskilled performer, a badly executed kick can result in a successful counterattack by, and defeat at the hands of, a more experienced exponent. The Chinese martial arts methods upon which karate is based contain few kicking techniques and are therefore commonly referred to as Chinese boxing. Then as now, the emphasis was on striking techniques delivered with the open hand, the legs being used only infrequently to block, to trip and to sweep. The martial arts of southern China, especially those of the Fujian region, were taken to Okinawa by Chinese emigres and returning Okinawans. There, a little more emphasis was placed on kicking techniques, which the short and often very strongly built Okinawans were able to deliver with great power and dexterity to the lower extremities of their opponents. However, it was not until karate made the voyage up the Okinawan island chain to Japan in the 1920s that kicking techniques really began to develop. The Japanese lifestyle and culture contributed greatly to this movement. Accustomed to sitting on the floor from childhood, the Japanese developed powerful hips and strong, flexible legs. There was another reason for the great physical strength and prolific endurance of the inhabitants of this mountainous nation. During the long feudal period, horses and horse-drawn vehicles were denied to all but the members of the ruling elite. Even the wealthy travelled in palanquins, carried by their retainers. Being forced to walk everywhere carrying their possessions on their backs did a great deal for both the physical and the mental stamina of the ordinary Japanese people. Modern kicking techniques result from the physical abilities of the karate pioneers, coupled with the research and collective experience of instructors over the past 70 years. In accordance with the principle of function dictating form, they are remarkably similar to other defensive arts which have an extensive repertoire of kicks, such as savate. As these methods were developed and became more physically demanding, so systematic training and warming up methods became essential if injuries and accidents were to be prevented. To kick powerfully and accurately requires power, flexibility and control. The ability to do so safely, with the very minimum of exposure, comes only from systematic and safe training under the guidance of an experienced instructor. This video, like the two that preceded it in the winning series, presents technical material performed by professional instructors of the highest caliber. To avoid injury, the body must be carefully prepared for training. After practice, equal care is necessary to return it to a state of rest. Failure to do this will lead to lost training time and therefore slow progress. Without raising your body or leaning backwards, close with your opponent by pushing your front knee forward to keep your body over the supporting leg. As you bring the back leg forward, raise the knee high as you launch the attack. Snap the kicking leg back fast after you make contact. Do not raise your shoulders or move your hands as you thrust your hips forward into the kick. Lift your knee and push your body strongly forward with the supporting leg. Maintain the same body posture while moving and kicking. This is a useful technique when the opponent is close to the edge or in the corner of the competition area. Drive the body forward using the knees. It's important while kicking to keep the posture and the body height the same at all times. Lift your leg high to prevent a counterattack and to hide your movement from your opponent's line of sight. When your leg is high enough, push the heel of the supporting leg forward as you twist your hips into the kick. Turn the heel of the supporting leg fast as you start to move, so the hips rotate powerfully into the kick. The angle of this kick makes it difficult for an opponent to see and therefore counter. Raise your knee in front of you as you start to kick. This will help prevent a counterattack. Maintain your posture and angle of attack. Move out of the line of attack by veering to the side using a soft circular motion before you kick. A sharply angled movement here instead of a circular one would warn your opponent of your intentions. Do not allow your hips to swing as you perform this technique. Move your right hip directly in towards your opponent's right hip as you kick him. The success of this sort of kicking technique depends almost entirely on the correct positioning of the kicking leg. It must be raised high enough in front of your body to protect you from a counterattack. If the leg is raised to the correct position, both Moashi-geri and Kake-geri can be performed from the same starting point. This demonstrates how the raised knee can thwart an attack. Lift up your knee as if you were performing Moashi-geri, then turn the hips fast to speed the foot to its target. Turn the hips using a small, fast movement, taking care not to lift the leg sideways, as this can cause you to miss your target. Cross one leg over the other as you step in to perform this long distance technique. This technique, when performed in this fashion, can be used at a closer distance than Ushuro-geri. You must lift the kicking leg high and put a lot of snap into this kick, otherwise it will be ineffective and you may lose balance. Lift up your front knee as if to perform Mai-geri, then twist the supporting leg and hips to smoothly change to Moashi-geri. Keep your body back when you sweep to avoid a counterpunch. Then push your body forward when you kick. To perform the sweep successfully, the hip movement must be reversed as the technique is performed. The hip movement must be small but fast and powerful. This combination of techniques can give you the advantages of long range and surprise. Your knee must not move when the first technique is finished, otherwise the second will be difficult to perform effectively. Use a small fast hip action to perform Maishigeri, then without pause, Kakigeri. On completion of the first technique, extend your body to the target as you perform the second. An unsuccessful foot sweep can be followed by an attack to the head. As the heel of the supporting leg moves forward and anti-clockwise, the hips move rapidly and powerfully in the opposite direction. Avoid swinging the leg or the body as you turn. Push the heel of the supporting leg towards the opponent and use the power of the whole body to perform Moashigeri. Immediately after you perform Oizuki, you must relax completely, otherwise your movement will be slow. Drive forward with the knees, pulling the elbows back fast after you make contact to increase the speed of your movement. Move and hit at the same time. In this way you can make more space to kick in. Pause between the punch and the kick to change the rhythm of your attack. Don't swing your leg wide, but kick almost straight to the target. Intimidate your opponent with large movements. Force him back as you attack, otherwise he may counter with Gyakuzuki. Don't slide straight in as you attack. Rather, slide in sideways and to the side of your opponent's attack. Kick directly to the target. Alternate your punching attacks, high, low and high. Slide then step straight in. Raise the leg high to avoid a counter-attack, then kick to the opponent's head. This is a variation of the same technique. To avoid a possible counter, the attacker steps to the side and kicks Mawashi Geri to the body. Force your opponent to protect his head, then kick him in the body when he opens his guard. Force your opponent to look to the front by attacking him head-on, then attack from an angle with Mawashigeri. Pressure your opponent on your right side, then switch legs and attack him from your left. Pause after the double punch, then kick your opponent whether he is stationary or still advancing. Push forward to maintain your momentum, keeping both hands to the front for protection. Attack from your left with Uchi Mawashigeri, then from your left with Ushirogeri. Unbalance your opponent with a rear kick, then attack him with a roundhouse kick, keeping your leg high as you do so for protection against his counter. Keep moving your body as you advance without swinging the legs too much. Try to move your knee in a straight line. Don't let your heel touch the floor between techniques. Skip forward using the raised knee to simultaneously protect yourself and confuse your opponent. Your opponent blocks your attack and counters with Gyakuzuki. Pull your foot back fast and twisting your hips to give power to your block, counter-attack with Junzuki. It is essential that the block and punch be performed together. Here is the movement again. Note how the hips twist to give power to the blocking action of the left hand. The Gedambarai Junzuki combination must be perfectly synchronized. Allow your opponent to counter-attack, then pushing forward strongly, strike him with the reverse punch. Don't lean back when you kick. While kicking, push your body and supporting leg forward. Turn the heel of the supporting leg fast to develop power. Pull back and tense the buttocks to transmit the power to your opponent's body. Avoid swinging your leg round in a circle when you kick. The delivery should be almost straight. Step a little outside of your opponent, then attack with Gyakuzuki from behind. Pull your foot back fast to avoid your opponent's second punch. Move away until your opponent's energy is dissipated, then kick him before he can regain his composure. Keep your body leaning forward when you retreat, so your counterattack is fast and powerful. Use the heel or sole of the foot for this technique. Using the ball of the foot alone will not always stop your opponent. As you swing around, pull your arms in so you pivot more easily into Ushirogeri. As you step back, kick your opponent when he stretches towards you. Draw your opponent forward, then kick him strongly with kakigeri. Pull your hips back to avoid the opponent's attack, then use the same hip movement to retaliate with Mawashigeri. If your attacking leg is caught, twist your hips and kick your opponent instantly. The speed of a kick depends upon the speed with which the knee is raised. Remember also that the knee dictates the direction the foot will take to the target and the power that it will transmit. This is a useful training method for power development. When you kick the bag, focus all your power into the technique as if you were actually fighting an opponent. Use the entire body to kick with, not just the legs. Kick with a snappy action, pulling your leg back strongly the instant that it touches the target. Practice moving from a stationary position to full kicking action and back to rest again. To develop fluid technique and good balance, keep moving as you practice kicking with a partner. To develop timing, a sense of correct distance, and the ability to counterattack effectively, practice this sort of training with a partner. The moment you block your partner's attack, kick back at him immediately. Sparring with the legs alone will give you a new and different view of karate. Opportunities for attack that are difficult to see under normal circumstances, when the fists form the primary line of defense, will be noticed. This sort of training will improve rhythm and timing and make the participants aware of the need for good balance and tremendous stamina. It is only through regular, serious training of this sort that the mastery of karate's kicking techniques will be acquired. Karate is a demanding discipline, but one that brings the benefits of improved health and the ability to defend oneself. It also develops as skill, strength and confidence grow, an awareness of the greatest treasure the martial arts have to offer, the development of character. One must practice virtue, benevolence, righteousness, propriety and good sense. If one yields and concedes, one must always try not to raise one's hands. But if one must raise one's hands, then one must not yield or concede. Never treat a fight or competition like child's play. That is, never underrate an opponent. Hard and thorough training is the only way to gain distinction. Such are the instructions handed down from teacher to pupil for hundreds of years. Therefore, the truly great boxer is he who is humble, peace-loving, patient, gentle, and unassuming under all conditions.